Every year, thousands of people visit Costa Rica and wonder the same thing. What if I didn't have to leave? What if this wasn't a vacation? What if this could be home? From relocation and real estate to lifestyle, family, business, and community, this is the Breakthrough to Costa Rica podcast, presented by All in Guanacaste, your guide to life on Costa Rica's Pacific Gold Coast.
Welcome back to the Breakthrough to Costa Rica podcast presented by All in Guanacaste. People ask me all the time about the rainy season in Costa Rica. And honestly, I think most people picture something completely different than what it's actually like. A lot of Canadians imagine 4 months of Vancouver in November, gray skies, rain all day, everybody depressed. And that's just not what happens here.
No, not even close. And it's funny because before we moved, I was nervous about it too. I remember thinking, what if we move all the way to Costa Rica and then spend half the year stuck inside?
Right? And then you get here and realize most days don't work like that at all. Most of the year during rainy season, you'll wake up to sunshine. You go to the beach, you go for a walk, you run errands, you live your normal life. Then somewhere around mid-afternoon, the sky opens up for an hour or two. Sometimes it's a quick shower. Sometimes it's a crazy thunderstorm. Then it's done.
And honestly, some of those storms are one of my favorite things about living here.
They're pretty cool, especially after a really hot day. The temperature drops and everything cools off. The jungle turns bright green, and the next morning it's sunny again.
I think one thing that surprised me was how much greener everything gets. If you only visit Costa Rica in February or March, you don't really see that.
That's true. People come during the dry season and they think that's Costa Rica. Then rainy season arrives and the whole place changes. The trees fill in. The mountains turn bright green. The rivers fill up. Everything looks alive. If you're into photography, this might be the best time of year.
And the sunsets can be incredible too.
Right? You get these huge clouds building all afternoon. Then the storm moves through and suddenly the entire sky lights up. Some of the best sunsets I've ever seen have been during rainy season.
Okay, but let's be fair. There are some downsides too.
For sure, if somebody tells you rainy season is perfect, they're not being honest. September and October can get pretty wet. Not every day, but that's when you start seeing longer stretches of rain. Roads can get rough, potholes show up, some businesses close for extended vacations, and if you're the kind of person who absolutely needs sunshine every day, you might struggle a little.
Keeping your car clean becomes an adventure.
That's true. You learn very quickly not to trust the weather. The sun is shining, everything looks perfect. Then 20 minutes later, it's pouring.
Who do you think enjoys it the most?
People who actually live here. Visitors prefer the dry season. Residents often like rainy season. Everything is quieter. There's less traffic. Restaurants are easier to get into. The beaches are less crowded. The landscape looks amazing. And frankly, after months of heat, the rain feels good.
What's the biggest myth?
That it rains all day, every day. That's probably the biggest one. If that were true, nobody would live here.
Certainly not us.
Most rainy season days still have plenty of sunshine. You just learn to plan around the weather. Go to the beach in the morning. Do outdoor activities earlier. Then enjoy the show when the storm rolls through later. And honestly, after a while, you stop seeing it as bad weather. It's just part of life here.
So if you're thinking about moving to Costa Rica, don't let the rainy season scare you away.
In fact, I'd actually encourage people to visit during rainy season before making a decision. You'll see a completely different side of the country. And for a lot of people, it's the side they end up loving most. Thanks for listening to the Breakthrough to Costa Rica podcast presented by All in Guanacaste. If you're researching relocation, real estate, or life in Costa Rica, visit allinguanacaste.com. Until next time,
stay warm
or come south.